So what Michael Jordan did with Nike and what Nike did with Michael Jordan can never be replicated ever in the history of the NBA, and mainly because the greatness of Michael Jordan propelled his brand to something that no one could have imagined. When I think of people who've kind of done that themselves, that have had a brand of themselves under a major shoe manufacturer or retailer, the only thing I hate to say, the only person I can think about that really is Kanye West. Who's got revenue, and people don't even they think that they don't even know it's different than the actual shoe brand. So what I mean by that is people say I want the Yays. They don't necessarily associate it with Adidas, right? What Michael Jordan did with the Nike brand was this, to the point where kids these days, and they don't even know that the Jordan brand is actually under Nike, and that's how good Nike did with their marketing, with their exploitation and their exposure of Michael Jordan. Jordan propelled the brand to the point where he has his own logo, and they don't even put it on his shoes anymore. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Paul George, all these players now that with Nike, there's a check on their shoe. With Jordan, you can look at a Jordan shoe, some of the Jordan shoes, and not see a Nike check. All you see is that Jumpman logo, right, of him dunking the ball. When they offered him the deal back in 84, 85, they pretty much said, "Hey, look, we want to make $3 million over the past 3 years." In the first year, they made $126 million. All right. Well, I will say that now. The deal. What deal how much does Michael Jordan make off of the shoe? So it says in 22 alone, Jordan got an estimate of $256.1 million payout for the sales of his shoes per front office sports. Jordan brand reportedly made $5.1 billion for a fiscal year 2002. As a part of this Nike deal with Nike, MJ is entitled to get 5% of the earnings from his shoe sales. So Nike's fine with paying that 5%, to Jordan, right? Jordan brand has earned the apparent giant about $19.4 billion over the last five fiscal years, which would amount to $1 billion earnings for MJ under this deal. So he's a billionaire just off of his shoes. So let me tell. So Michael Jordan, and the crazy thing is this. Listen to this. Michael Jordan only made $90 million in NBA salary throughout his whole career. Now he's the owner of the Charlotte Hornets. And check this out. His net worth is estimated to be $1.7 billion. His net worth in 2021 was $1.6 billion. So we'll see the new value is in 2023. But what we're seeing here is we're seeing Jordan brand being so prolific, being so concentrated on the greatness of Jordan, that people think they don't know the difference between Jordan and Nike. And you go on, people play NBA. People used to play NBA Live. They used to play. They play 2K now, and they don't even know it's the same exact thing. They're under Jordan. It was funny. Somebody posted a picture a couple of years ago when DeAndre Hopkins made that catch over 3 people, and he had the Jordan gloves on, and it was like a Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas glove. And then someone said, "See, Jordan brand's the best." That's a glove made and manufactured by Nike. They just slapped the Jordan logo on it. So, the way Jordan picks his athletes. Very particular the way he picks his athletes. They have to have that kind of grit, that love for the game, that will. But what Jordan did cannot be replicated. And this is something LeBron James, no matter what his career, when it comes to the shoe line, will never, ever, ever be able to replicate. We thought the King logo would be something that could branch off and do it itself, but they still slap a Nike sign on it. Even the shoes that he wears now has a Nike sign on it. The Jordan brand was exclusively had a Jumpman logo, and it distinguished itself from everyone else. Now, I said it because the Kanye West did the same exact thing. With the Yays, of course, the Yankees, the sign, the Adidas sign on, but it was Kanye West shoe, and he made a fortune off of that. So, LeBron James, yes, in other areas he's doing well, and he's making a name for himself. He may reach the pinnacle of his career after his career. The marketing for LeBron James is only going to go up. There's things that Jordan will never ever be able to do. His sons Jeffrey and I think Michael, I'm not sure, Jeffrey, were not even as good as Bronny James coming out. The league. Bronny James has the if LeBron James gets an opportunity to play with Bronny James, I mean that's gonna be crazy marketing for them too. So there's still opportunities for LeBron, but when it comes to the shoe, Jordan's literally untouchable when it comes to a shoe line. And LeBron James will never, ever, ever be able to do anything close when it comes to this Nike deal. Even though both of them with Nike, the Jordan brand is so exclusive. People don't understand that they're actually owned by Nike, and that's how good of a job Jordan established himself, and Nike established itself, right, to kind of propel Michael Jordan to this pinnacle of when it comes to shoes. He's a kid back in 84, 85. He was just a kid back then, and he turned down, I think, 500 over the next couple of years for 5% of the sales. Great deal for Jordan, great thinking, and Jordan brand is just that exclusive.